Hello guys, and welcome back. I just wanted to kind of touch base because the last week or so I haven't had very many videos out or been very present. So kind of to tell you what has happened here. It's not like a super big deal, but it's kind of big for our family. And also I am kind of on a journey and I need some advice. So let's get into it. So first of all, the big thing that has been going on is that Aaron had foot surgery. And this is his second surgery. He had his left foot done in September of 2024. And then just had his right foot done yesterday in March of 2026. And so there was stuff going on in preparation for that. We also had some family get-togethers. My grandma's had some health issues and we were able to go see her, and we've had birthdays and all kinds of good things, but then also the preparation for the surgery. So you may wonder why he needed surgery. He's 15, almost 16. So his first surgery was done when he was 14. And basically, he grew super fast. Like, I think probably by the time he hit 12, from the time he was 12 till he was 14, he probably grew a foot or so, gained a lot of weight, just he's a big guy. Right now, he's about 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there, a very big kid. And so when he grew, his foot also grew really fast, and the bones and things weren't able to keep up with that growth. So most people's arch, of their foot is like that, and then if you're flat-footed, it's more like that, and his was more like this, and so it pushed his heel out of whack. All the bones in his heel were out. The arch had to be rebuilt. And then in the front of his foot, there were two bones where there was like a piece of tendon or something holding them together, so they couldn't grow in the way that they should have. And so that needed to be separated. And then because of all of that, the tendon in the back of his leg needed to be lengthened. So, like I said, he had done this before, and we were going into that again. Did that yesterday. The surgery went really well. He was only actually under for like 2 hours, so that was good. I think last time it was a little bit longer, and I think he only has 3 incisions this time, and there was 4 in the original surgery, but we won't see them for 2 weeks. So they send him home with like these braces on his foot that are covered in padding, and then everything is wrapped in gauze and then in ace bandages. And so his leg and his foot is huge. He can't sleep in his bed. He has to sleep in the living room because he has, the way that the bunk beds are built in the boys' room, he just can't get into them. He's on crutches. We have a knee scooter. In 2 weeks then they'll unwrap that. They will remove stitches, and he will be able to start cleaning it. For now, it can't get wet at all. And they will give him a boot, I believe, at that point. But it'll probably be about 2 months until he starts to walk on it. 2.5 months, probably 8 to 10 weeks until he's able to walk on it without support. So he's got a recovery ahead of him. So then also that brings me into what I wanted to talk about as far as a journey that I am on. And so I'm kind of on a health journey, and to backtrack just a little bit, you can probably watch my weight fluctuate through my videos. And so I was a little bit bigger than I am now for the beginning portion of my YouTube journey, and the summer before last, so summer of 2024, I put a lot of effort into my health, and I lost 38 pounds, and I was sleeping better, and life just seemed good. I felt good. I felt strong, I was happy in my body, and I was able to maintain that through that first winter and spring. And then last summer, when my husband broke his hip, and we didn't actually know what he had done for the first like 3 months. He was just in so much pain, and we had no answers, and we had no income, and I was doing odd jobs to try to make that up. And the stress really got to me, and I've gained a good portion of what I lost back. And so the weather is turning nicer, and it is time for me to work on my health. And I know how to do that because I've done it before. It takes diligence, and it takes a little bit of money, because there are certain things that I want to be able to eat and things that make it easier for me, and so I need to figure that portion of it out. But the big thing is my sleep. And so like I said, I was sleeping better when I was actively working on my health than I am now. But so Alex, my oldest, is 21 now. He just had a birthday. I'm gonna move because the sun is kind of hitting the side of my face and it's getting warm. So he just had a birthday, turned 21, and so I have not slept essentially since my 3rd trimester when I was pregnant with him. And I don't mean that like, oh yeah, I don't sleep as deeply. I mean, I have not slept more than an hour or 2 at a stretch in 21 years. Other than when I was actively working on my health, and there was one time, it's funny because you can ask my kids about this and they will be able to tell you specifically the one time that mommy slept through the night. And I don't know what happened, I don't know why, but for some reason I was able to sleep through the night, and I just remember feeling so much more myself and so much more capable of parenting than I ever had. And that was whenever Micah, our youngest, who's almost 8, I think he was maybe 3, when we had this one freak day when I slept through the night. So I know that working on my health is going to be a big help in sleeping. I've had my hormone panels done, not super recently, but several times during this 21-year stint, and my hormones are fine, or have been fine. I guess I can't definitively say what they are right now. I've never had any issues with that, which is what everybody tells me. Oh, it's your hormones. And I really think it's habit, because my children never slept well. And so for many years, I was just up with babies every hour or 2, and I had babies back to back. And so I feel like this is just what my body is used to. And so I would really, really, really like to learn to sleep. And I think I need to retrain my body. So I don't necessarily want to try melatonin, maybe for a very short time. Right now I'm taking magnesium. I've just started, and it's not seeming like it's making a huge difference, but maybe that needs to build in my system. And I feel like maybe I'm going to regret even asking the internet, because everybody's got opinions and some people can be really pushy. But if you have a similar story where it wasn't health related, but you were just not sleeping well, and you have a story of how you were able to overcome that I would really like to hear. And just be gentle, guys. Yeah, I know I need to work on my health, and I'm going to. But yeah, be nice to each other, to me. But yeah, so anyway, I'm trying the magnesium. Somebody on Instagram recommended valerian, I think it was. I'm not really interested in ZzzQuil, but I kind of have this idea that if I could retrain my body and I could learn to sleep for a few weeks, then maybe it would just stick and I wouldn't need to supplement and do things forever. I mean, even whenever my health was really good and I was being really active, which I think is what the difference is, and also limiting carbs and sugar, I still didn't sleep through the night. I still was sleeping maybe 3-4 hours at a stretch. And maybe it's unreasonable to think that I could sleep 6 or 7 hours. I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to fill you guys in on what has been going on, what my journey is looking like this spring, and kind of ask for your stories. So I hope to be back soon with more normal content. But for now, I'm gonna go and get kids ready for the dentist and check on Aaron. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye.